Hey, what's up YouTube? Christine with Gauge Girl Training here, an online meal planning and coaching service. And today I'm going to share my tips with you on work-life balance. So let's get started. Alright guys, so in this day and age, I find that, especially in America, I'm not sure what it's like in other places, that we are just spending more and more and more and more time working. And I'm an entrepreneur. I love what I do. I'm a very competitive, entrepreneurial, get it done, ambitious person, and that I struggle with work-life balance. And I want to share with you guys some tips of what has helped me, where I've struggled, to be honest, and things I'm working on. So my number one tip for achieving a better work-life balance is letting go of this concept of perfect. Sometimes I find that people who are ambitious have this image in their mind that of what exactly certain things are going to look like, and spend a lot of time just mentally contemplating and worrying about how things are going to be perceived, what they're going to be looked like, how it's going to be executed, how it's going to you guys get what I'm saying. And I find that learning to let go of perfect, not saying accept mediocrity, I'm not saying accept a lower standard, but what I am saying is letting go of this image that every single thing needs to be perfect all the time, 24/7, 365. It's a recipe for disaster. If you are getting things done, they're getting crossed off of your to-do list, if you are making progress, you don't have to worry about it being absolutely 100% without a doubt perfect. Again, I'm not saying accept a lower standard. I'm just saying letting go of that image and perception of perfect. And it's helped me a lot, because I was explaining before in another video how I always had this A+ mentality that if it wasn't an A+, it wasn't good enough. And that could be anything. That could be with your appearance, that could be with your body, that could be with your performance on the job, that could be with the quality of a meal that you're serving your family, that could be with how clean your house is, that could just mean so many things for so many different people. And I have found that by taking it down a notch, not saying I'm gonna just turn into a different person, but just taking it down a notch and letting go of perfect, that I have been able to just breathe. Not everything needs to look 110% exactly how you imagined it, that it is okay to go with the flow a little bit, just a little bit, and just to take that down a notch. So number two, my second tip for achieving a better work-life balance is unplugging. My phone is on 24/7. I legit don't know the last time I have turned it off. And as part of doing online coaching and meal planning, I allow people to have access to me 24/7, but it gets to a point sometimes where it's 2 a.m. and people aren't being mindful of my time zone, and it's the weekend and I'm getting freaking 200 emails a day, 300 emails a day, and I sometimes feel this pressure to just answer. And if I ever go a weekend without answering emails Saturday and Sunday, if I literally take the weekend off, digitally, if that makes sense, I literally feel like I'm a lazy person. And from time to time, I literally have to just allow myself to unplug. I literally allow myself to go on social media vacations where I'm not checking Instagram, I'm not checking Facebook, I'm not checking YouTube, I'm not checking comments, and I'm even not checking my email. If I cannot have Saturday and Sunday to unplug, and if that's going to destroy my business, that is just too much. It's just too much. Trust me, you guys know I'm a hard worker. You guys know I try to do my best to answer emails as fast as I can, but it's just it's okay to unplug. If I cannot have literally even just Sunday to just not answer emails, and if you can't wait until 24 to 48 hours for a decent response, it's just too much, and I'm one person. So one tip that somebody gave me was you could sit there's this button on an iPhone called Do Not Disturb. Like, what is this? Once I discovered this, I was like, that exists? I can put Do Not Disturb. It was brilliant. Another thing I do with the whole unplug thing, because it's so easy to be distractible with social media, I disable alert settings, because if like something's popping up on my phone every time I get an Instagram like or a comment, or it's just distracting me and it's just taking my energy away, even though social media is one part of how I run my business. If my phone is flashing and dinging and buzzing all the time, it's really hard for me to ever focus and concentrate on any one thing. So that's just a line I've drawn, and you need to draw boundaries and set boundaries. Number 3, you guys are gonna like this. Limit time-wasting activities and people. I've made it a point to carve out time for high priority people in my life, and to draw boundaries and limit my time around people who just honestly just drain my energy. And I think there's nothing wrong with, I mean, there's some people that are in your life because they're your family. However, it doesn't mean necessarily, I'm not even just talking family, just acquaintances, old friends, college friends, it doesn't matter how you know them. If there's people in your life that all they do is drain your energy, and it's like, I had some friends that I've literally just had to just kind of slowly back away from, because I felt that every time I would be around certain people, I'd just be getting drained and drained and drained and drained and drained and drained. And like, I feel like I'm always pouring into them. And it's like, I explain this concept of the cup. Like, when you're in a healthy relationship, whether that be a friendship, something with your, like a relationship in your family, or like a romantic relationship, it's supposed to be mutual. Like, you're pouring into each other's cups. Like, as you pour into the other person, that other person pours into you as well. But if you find that there's people in your life that all you're doing is just pouring energy into them, into keeping them together, that's just going to really drain your energy. And it's okay to still be nice to people. It's okay to still, be acquaintances with people. But, if it's just draining all of your time, all of your energy, all of your resources, and I'm sure there's like people popping up in your head as I'm saying this, it's okay to like cut back on that. And likewise with limiting time-wasting activities. If you have a job, while you're doing your job, do your job. And do it as efficiently and effectively as you can. If you are checking your phone every 5 minutes, it's this social media thing that's just taking over everybody. You're never going to get anything accomplished. And then likewise, when it's time to be with your family, be with your family. Like, look people in the eyes. Put your phone away. Like, there's nothing I hate more than just seeing like a table full of people. Everyone's together, but everyone's just looking at their phone. Like, you do 2 things when you do that. Number 1, you compromise the quality of the time of the people that you're with when you're with them. And number 2, you're just wasting time. Like, turn some of these things off, which is kind of like number 2, my number 2 point, which is unplugging. And number 4, to achieve better work-life balance, is delegate. Delegate. What do I mean? About a year and a half ago, I was just getting so stressed out with keeping up with household duties. And now, not everybody may be able to do this, but if you can and you can afford to, the biggest game changer in my life has been hiring help to help me clean my house. So I have my house thoroughly cleaned every 2 weeks. Help with laundry, just cleaning, like a deep clean. I get my house deep clean every 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, this person cleans probably a solid 6 to 8 hours for me. Somebody like I trust, somebody I know, they do a great job. It's a win-win, because that time I can spend doing other things, and the amount of time it would have taken me to do the same level of quality, I'd be cleaning my house literally all weekend. And I just have so much more peace by just delegating a piece of some of the work. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I still wash my dishes, I still like make my bed, I still like, there's still things I do, but just having that type of help, if you can't afford that kind of help and you got kids, put your children to work. I have been making my bed and folding laundry and doing dishes and scrubbing floors and vacuuming and this and that and washing windows since as long as I can remember. I remember like always having chores. So if you're one of those parents that just don't want to give your kids stuff to do because I don't know what kind of thing you're trying to do with them, put your kids to work. They are perfectly fine. They are perfectly capable, and hard work will not kill them. So delegating household duties, dear God, game changer. Another thing, especially dealing with your significant other, speak up. A man cannot read your mind. So if he asks you, are you okay? And you say, yes, I'm fine. And you're not fine, speak up. If there's something like that's happening around the house that's like bothering you, don't assume, just ask. Just say it. Like, and it's really simple. If it's just like, you know what, I'd appreciate it if you take the trash out. Like, for me, all I have to do is just like say it once and it's done. Don't assume people are reading your mind, especially on the personal life side of things. Oh, likewise at work. Like, if there's ever something that you're not happy about, before it, especially women tend to do this, you just let it fester and build and build, and just to the point that you get so frustrated over something, where something so simple as like a toilet seat, or maybe it could be like a habit of a coworker at your office that just really annoys you. Don't let stuff build up. Just politely and kindly speak up. Just be like, hey, I'd appreciate it if this. And that's all you gotta do for the most part. Now, there are those rare cases where some people are just a pain in the ass and you just gotta deal with it. But for the most part, guys, speak up. So again, my 5 tips: letting go of perfectionism. Number 2, unplugging. Number 3, limiting time-wasting activities and people. Number 4, delegating. And number 5, speaking up. I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope this was fun to listen to, and I hope you actually apply something to your life. So please comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know things that you struggled with, things that, or other tips you may have, or if this has helped you. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.